How's your Python? 3 words, that's the full message, and no context beyond that. So if a senior director sends this to you, you know something is coming down the pipeline. So I gave an honest response back. Intermediate at best, I've done tutorials and done lessons, a few personal projects that I'm proud of, and I understand VBA code very well, which is similar, but not the same. But nothing that's been built for a healthcare enterprise. But with AI, I believe I could get to an advanced level fast for what's needed. And I'm about to find out that it's not just Python. So for context, my team just inherited an enterprise application. So data pipelines, Spark, Pandas, a Streamlit app that's sitting on top of all of it, built inside Databricks. A platform that in my almost 15 years of healthcare experience, I've never used once. And the one person who actually understands this whole system and built it, they're moving on to a new team in 2 weeks. 14 days, that's the runway. And actually, I had more time than this, but because we're so busy at work, I just kept putting it off. And then when he announced the transition, this is when I had to ramp it up significantly. So here is what this video is about. This is going to be day one of a 30-day experiment. How far can I get with AI as my main teacher? And I'm not just going to tell you what worked. I'm going to track my entire progress, the wins, the struggles, all of it on the record. And if you want to learn alongside with me, subscribe because I'm posting this journey daily in shorts and doing deeper dives and longer videos like this. Because I want to help build this skill for people and help people learn how to break into healthcare analytics and do it faster by showing you how to learn better with AI. So how did we get here? A reorganization, basically where corporate restructuring and shuffling of different teams and people. My team moved under a new department, leadership absorbed new teams, and one of those teams had a major application whose technical lead was moving on and couldn't support it anymore. So someone has to take it on. But my initial reaction wasn't dread. I was excited. New system, new exposure, new things to learn. But when I opened it, I recognized nothing. I thought it would be similar to some other platforms I've used, but it wasn't. And another thing, I was wondering where the tables were. How do I query inside here? Just words and links and pages that I'm not familiar with or had never used before. Clusters, notebooks, workspace. But now, because of the tools that we have and they keep changing faster than careers do, no one's ever taught us how to learn at that speed. And I think that is the biggest opportunity that we have right now, especially for people trying to break into healthcare analytics and analytics in general, because that's what this whole series is about. Because I've been using AI for 2 years, learning a lot of different things and compounding that growth. So I wanted to be able to document this journey to be able to teach you how to do the same, to answer the question, how do we learn with AI? With AI, and people are going to ask, why is AI my main teacher? So there's 3 reasons. First, the clock is real. I have to learn this. This is nothing that's made up. This is legitimately something that's happening inside my work right now. 14 days until the expert is gone. Structured course doesn't care about my deadline and it's longer. And that's my second point, is that courses are slow. They're also, a lot of them are outdated inside the industry currently because things are moving fast, especially when you start to get to the later modules, especially with AI currently. And then 3, for 2 years, I've been building with AI. VBA rebuilds, SQL rebuilds, projects where AI writes cleaner code than I ever would by hand, and then also has guided me through implementations and deployments that I would have never been able to build on my own. And I've never used AI to learn an entire platform from scratch. So this is going to be a test, and it's also why I'm excited, because there's real stakes, and I want to see how I grow through this because I haven't documented the entire journey before. Back when I first became a data analyst, September 2011. Yeah, I'm showing my age. Before, when I got hired, I could run the pre-built data processes, but I did not understand databases fully at that time. I didn't really understand SQL. So when something broke, I drowned. I spent most of my time after work at a table in Barnes& and Noble with a stack of technical books, just trying to keep my head above water, researching really bad web pages online, because back then the documentation and the web pages were pretty terrible. Back then, the feeling was utter panic and wondering if things are going to break when I send data to other teams, downstream vendors, to teammates, if this is actually accurate or not. Today, I'm inheriting something a lot more technical than what I did in 2011. And now the feeling is excitement. Same me, different experience, because I have AI this time around. And let me give you a preview of the method to the madness and the learning that I'm going to be using. Because day one has already produced it. And I've been working with AI consistently, that I have an undocumented process inside my head of how I work with AI and how I have it teach me. So the first thing that I did was I opened up Databricks. Nothing was familiar. I understood nothing. So what I did was I just took a screenshot of the entire screen and gave AI a simple prompt that basically said, walk me through every important page on this platform like I'm brand new, tie it back to everything Excel, Access, and SQL Server to help me learn faster. So the reason why I tie it back to Excel, Access, and SQL Server is because I know those things at an advanced proficiency. And because of that, I can have it tie back to concepts that I already understand at a deep level. So then when it makes those metaphors or makes that learning, it's like this. So in the Databricks version, it's this. And then inside VBA, when you code it, it's going to look like this. It helps me learn faster. And then so it's tying back those mental maps of things that I've had to repetitively and learn deeply so that I can tie it to learn something new a lot faster. So the learning science shows that you'll learn a lot faster because you get to utilize those neural pathways that exist already. And because I've been working with AI and asking questions on everything that I didn't understand on why things were important, I had a basic understanding of Databricks because I would go back and forth. I would also give it context of here is what the application does, here are what the users need. I need to know what's important for me to know and what can I ignore at this time. So there's also a selection to ignore what's not needed for me to just get up to speed for using the platform. Think of you as having a mental map inside your mind. So you have everything that you have, and it links to all of the concepts, the terms, and they're all interconnected in some way. So like if I change this join, it's going to change how the data comes. If I manipulate the tables here, it's going to change how it affects in other tables in the queries. So from here, you want to look inside your mind and think about what you don't understand. What are the connections? What are the relationships between things? And then you want to keep learning actively. So don't just have AI give you the answers passively. You need to ask questions until you cannot feel so overwhelmed and confused. And the overwhelm is the opportunity, because learning at a deeper level and learning faster at a deeper level, you're going to feel overwhelmed because you have so much missing inside your mental map and your mental understanding that you need to start filling those holes and then seeing how those relationships connect to each other. Everything that I wanted to know, how it tied back, why it was important, where do I do things? I kept asking till I understood and I could navigate through all the pages and take more screenshots. And that got me up to speed a lot faster than when I first became a data analyst back in 2011. Building that kind of understanding took me weeks, and probably longer to be honest, of Microsoft Access books, of badly formatted web pages, just to understand the UI and not even know what the statements were doing or like the different parts of like the UI that I didn't need to know, but I was learning anyways because I was just following an outdated book. That was 30 to 45 minutes versus weeks. So that's why I know this works better for me and why the power is here. So let me go over what I'll be doing because I want to dedicate 30 days to this experiment. So I have 14 days just to get me up to speed so that I can maintain it, support the application and every part of the process. But after that, I want to get to the level where I'm advanced enough to be able to enhance it and make the process better and make it a better app for users and then improve the process overall. So that's why it's going to be 30 days. 10 minutes is going to be the floor because I know I'm going to get busy with work and just life in general. So even on the worst days, I'm just going to aim for 10 minutes. But 1 hour plus is going to be the target. AI can compress these weeks of learnings into hours, and none of that matters if you get home from work and you can't make yourself open up the laptop. So I made a video about how to get yourself to do things when you're not motivated. So career responsibly, and I'll see you in the next video. So watch that if you need help with motivation.